super goddamn funny. Just watched him again at the Owl this Wednesday. He's one of my favorite up-and-comers we got in town right now. Everybody give it up for your second comedian of the night. Also not Connor Christmas. Give it up for Eden Rodriguez.
When he played that, I felt when I was crossing the border. I was like, ay, ay, ay. I feel like back home. So yeah, my name is Eden Rodriguez, and I'm a Syrian refugee, just getting out of the way before you ask. Yeah. What else? Oh, actually, about the Yucatan Peninsula, I was thinking about it. Okay, have you guys watched Toy Story? Of course, obviously, you watched Toy Story. Okay, do you remember the little Pizza Planet Martians? The little, they say, okay? Imagine those guys for brown. Those are how the Mayans actually look like. That's a true story. No joke. That's how they actually, they're short, weird looking, they're like, to everything that comes from another place. That's how I actually look like. Trust me on that one. There's something about my face that tells people that I do drugs. I don't know what it is. See, I was at an event. No, actually, when I recently arrived to Canada, and someone approached me and it's like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And he was like the sketchiest drug dealer ever because he only had one arm, and he wasn't the right one. He only had the left one. So I don't know how to do the exchange. You know, like you try to shake hands, but he doesn't have the other arm to do it. So it was pretty awkward. But either way, so yeah, I know. So he says like, hey, you know, so he pulls me outside. He's like, hey, would you like to buy some drugs? I got the drugs you wanted. And I was looking like, I don't do drugs. I never done drugs in my life. I know my face says that I do drugs, but no. And he was really worried. You know, he's like, I don't know what to do, right? So I'm like, hey, you know, if I know someone wants drugs, I'll let you know. I was trying to be polite, but I think he got offended when I tried to shake his hand. And like, oh, sorry, so I just slowly back up, right? So that happened. So at the end of this set, you guys are gonna get to know me really well. At the end of this show, we're gonna be also talking about child porn. And you will guys understand why I'm still single and I haven't had sex for the last 6 months. Hashtag true story. I was in Calgary, actually I just came back from Calgary, and I was driving up there and we got a traffic jam, and my mind started just really thinking about weird stuff or common stuff in my mind. That's what I called it. So I was looking at all the cars and I thought, I wonder how many people in this traffic jam has a butt plug right now. That's how my mind works, you know. So I was just really looking. I was like, that guy in the minivan, maybe. You know, I just started like, looking at. I studied psychology, so that gave me an excuse to judge people. Really, that's what I do. So I told someone, "Oh, so what do you do for a living?" And I said, "Well, I'm a photographer, but I study psychology." I know. Okay. He said, "Oh, that's pretty nice that you want to help people." I was like, "Why do you say that?" "Because you study psychology." I was like, "No, that's very nice. Study psychology." He's like, "What do you study psychology for then?" "To control people." I don't care. I just want to control freaking people. You're crazy, right? Either way. Also, I was thinking there will be a time in my life that probably I'm gonna have my testicles removed. You can interpret that in whichever way you want. We're in a gay club after all, right? So I thought, what could I do with my balls if they get taken off by whatever random reason? You know, maybe one day I was bored, like maybe I get rid of them. I don't know. Either way. So I get really bored sometimes. I'm very creative, as you can tell. So I thought, like, well, if I get my balls taken off, I'm gonna take them to a taxidermist, you know, to preserve them. Okay? To really preserve them in a very pristine state. Then I'm gonna take them home, of course. And they're gonna glue little mirrors all around it. Carefully apply in my soft balls. And they're not in my body. And then, once they're all full of little mirrors, I'm gonna hang them from my rear view mirror like disco balls. That would be like the coolest thing. You just, you know, cruising down on a Hoopo Drive and someone looks over, it's like, those are my balls. That would be so, you know, the sun hitting and the balls shining, you know, blinding people. The power of balls. And to finish, we're going to talk about child porn, as I told you. So just stay with me and really understand what I'm trying to communicate here, okay? I know. There's one thing that really, really upsets me about child porn. Everyone hates child porn, but I tell you why specifically I hate child porn. It's because they never, ever, at the end of the movie, credit the actors in the film.